I have the other ones available in there. But...
What? So, Luke, what are you drinking today? Coca-Cola.
Morning on the way to the gym and set my ukulele on top of the car and then drove off down the road.
I'm going to be the bow after that. Thank you. All right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Look at that.
I learned my lesson from last night. What a welcome. Thank you. I drink the most fruity drinks imaginable.
It's laundry day.
It's laundry day.
So you always wear hats with laundry day?
I'm going to did you a favor, James. I just say, later.
So how did you two meet?
Well, there's these places in San Francisco. I think they're called bathhouses.
It's like one of those things where everyone wants to focus on like the big events that happen, but day to day, what we're doing is we're on like one of our draw streams, smoking weed, making comics. It's chill. It's so much fun, and like
man, it's I'm not a YouTuber. I do this because I want to sell comic books. Bam! Hi guys. Hello everyone. It is Sunday. Guys. This means another episode of A Drink with Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their hopes and their dreams and their lives, but also their books and their creations and their campaigns, because frankly, I'm kind of bored with mainstream, guys, and indie is where the passion is. All right, guys. For some of you, it may be a strange time that I'm streaming right now because before the show, someone informed me that the United States changed time in regards to daylight saving. So this means I had to stream 1 hour earlier for me. So if you're from the United States, there's no difference. For the rest of you, I'm sorry. But yeah, this will only last 2 weeks. Then we will also switch time. And then we're all like, then the world is balanced again, you know? So, by the way, they should get rid of all of that daylight savings stuff. It's too confusing, man. Too confusing. Guys, I hope you're all having a fantastic weekend. A nice Sunday. My weekend has been pretty exciting. I'm very tired, but I'm very happy. We launched the Perfection Collection on Kickstarter yesterday. It's basically it's almost 24 hours ago that we launched, right? And we're doing great. We're doing fantastic. We funded within 2 hours, and kept going. It's really, really cool. I really appreciate all of you guys who backed and who shared and who check it out. And it's so great. This is what I've been working towards for years, guys. This is like it's so the Perfection Collection, 6 issues of Perfect 10 combined in one magnificent book. It's a very big book. It's published by Critical Blast. They take care of everything. They will distribute it and everything, you know. And I'm so proud. So issue 6 is done, right? It is printed. It is sent out. So Critical Blast has those. They're now putting together the Perfection Collection with all 6 issues plus extra material. And so the link to the campaign is below this video, guys. Please go check it out, go share it out. And I'm so happy and so proud. It's a wonderful project, and it's almost the end of a era. We worked on this series for years, same creative team for years, guys. And you never know in indie comics how far you can take things. So we managed to make 6 books, which is nuts, which is crazy. You never know how these things go, if people like it, if it catches on. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much, guys. Thank you all. All right. All right, guys. Let's see who is in the chat with us today. It is Marinus from Cosmonaut Comics. Welcome, Marinus. Welcome, guys. Marinus Cosmonaut Comics YouTube channel. Go check it out. Go subscribe. He does daily comic book reviews. Welcome, Scott Imbrell. Welcome, Scott. Nice to see you, man. And Crenshaw's with us today. Nice to see you. Hey, Dave, backers and chat pals. Time has changed in the US, but Dave's right on time. Yes, usually I mess things up, but I try to learn. I try to learn from my mistakes, guys. Sometimes I manage. Good, because I'm gonna stream in 1 hour. Oh, you're gonna stream? You're gonna stream, Marinus? What about? Zackary, not backers. Autocorrect. Oh, okay. All right. Congrats, man. Thank you so much, Scott. Thank you. Yeah, I'm so look. We can do this because of you guys, because of the support and because of the readers and the backers. So you guys made sure that we could continue the series, right? So I wanted to produce the best quality possible for you guys, and I think issue 6 ends the entire saga really well, like how it should, yeah. So we took the time to finish the story and to make it worth your while, Welcome, Artida. Welcome. A crowd-funded complete story arc is no easy feat. Hail. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Yes, it is. Thank you, and thank you for backing also, and for your order. I will take care of all of that. Thanks, Dave, says Marinus. Yeah, you're welcome, sir. AGE Comics. Welcome. Hey, everyone. Welcome, AGE. Oh, Scott Timbrell. All right. Yeah, I know now. I remember. I'm sorry, man. It's been a long day. So, all right. And then we have Comics Dave Comics. Yes, Comics Dave Comics. All right. I think I'm all caught up. Share out this stream, guys. Let's get some more people in. We have a wonderful guest, never been on the show before, which is awesome. So I can introduce you to new people and new people to you, right? All right, let's go. Let's do this. Let's bring him on. Let's bring on the good man. So I'm not sure, guys, if I pronounce the last name right, but I'll try. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I have a very warm welcome for the guest of the hour, Mr. Zackary Marois.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, guys?
Zackary Marois, yeah. There he is.
Thanks for having me on. Definitely,
yeah, man.
I'm definitely a firstie for me. I've heard your name a few times. I've heard of you this year. I've actually haven't heard of you prior, but I have heard of the book Perfect 10. So when you mentioned that, now I can place a face to the creation. So that's actually pretty sick.
Well, if I had my way, people wouldn't even know my name. I don't care about that. I just want people to buy the comics, and so if they know Perfect 10, that's the most important thing, right?
Yep, it means you're doing something right.
Right, man. Okay. Did I miss anything? No, I think. All right, guys. Pops is here. Pops, hey yo, welcome, Pops.
What's up, Pops? Oh, Pops, is that Pops Van Zant, right?
Yes.
So, funny. I've known him for about 5 years now. I'd say 4 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Pops has the Madness Entertainment Group. That's his thing. It's his network. And we are part of that. So right now we are streaming to multiple platforms. So welcome, Pops. Right. All right, Zackary, before this is the this has to be done. This is the first official question to kick things off.
Hell yeah, I'm ready to get started.
Yes. So, Zackary, what are you drinking?
Oh, me? I'm actually going straight for right now because because of the midday right now, I to do a lot of chores, so it's kind of like my first time kind of sitting down today, just to get some drawing done and whatnot. So the drinking will come later tonight. I may honestly, I may just be streaming throughout the rest of the day on other
Oh,
people's show. So I think you're gonna see. I think this is like for me on this show, you're gonna see me nice and stable. Nightly, nightly. And then the next show, you'd be like, "Oh, he just lit the blunt, or he's just got his first shot in." And the next show after that, he's tipsy. Ah!
yeah. Did you ever see shows where these hosts were actually drunk? Sometimes they do that.
100%.
I don't know why they do that.
So, all right, it depends on the kind of show. So, for example, there's a good friend of mine. His name is Zax, Zaxxx. He runs a YouTube show called the Zax Channel. He runs this show in a way where we watch a bunch of funny clips. It's not on a professional standpoint. We're all trying to sell a product, but we're all having a good time just laughing at some videos. So it's kind of a show where I can even get loose and just kind of, outside of being professional, other people's show and just kind of keep it in a certain degree. I'll go on the Zack's channel and I'll just kind of let loose because it's that kind of stream to do it.
Yes, it's part of the format, basically.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Crenshaw says, "Do like me, drink while you do chores."
Yeah, that too. Well, I'd love to, if it wasn't for the fact that I have a 2-year-old kid. Because you know how you got to keep as much as you want to go ahead and listen to your music or whatever. You got to keep one ear on, like one ear muff on, and one hanging out, just so you can listen to what they're doing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Art Hida, he says this book is for Joe Sontag's Superior Press, right?
Yes. So I'm going through Superior Press, owned by Joe Sontag. He is helping me out with distributing this and printing it under his label. I know we're going to get into the nitty gritty of the campaign, so
Sure.
I could touch upon the about the direction of going to Superior Press. So my book will be the first outside indie project that is going to be taken care of by Joe Sontag.
Right, because usually what he produces is his own thing, basically,
own
but now
stuff,
he
yes.
publishes for other people, apparently. And you're the first.
Yep, I'm pretty much the first book that is experiencing that new direction he wants to take. It wasn't easy because it's not like I'm some random guy that messaged him and, hey, do you want to help me out with this? I've known Joe for a little while. Me and him would stream on another show together, and we were breaking down storyboarding and storytelling techniques and what on a show called the X-Men 97, and he liked the way I did things on that show, so he invited me on to do the Spawn Channel show with him.
Okay, wait. So you did like, what did you say? You did like you worked on the team from X-Men 97?
We're talking we were it was called the Diabolical Souls YouTube channel. So we were guests on that show, and I did the artwork on that show. Joe Sontag was a guest that was brought on in addition. So we would just break down the storytelling, the animation. Was it a good show? We just kind of talked about it. He liked what I did there, and he invited me onto his own channel to talk about Spawn, and I did drawings on his channel. But I knew Joe prior to that. Joe's, I mean, he's not some small guy. Like he is pretty big in the indie sphere. Even though comic books is a niche in social media, a lot of people do. Sorry, my braces got me tongue tied. A lot of people do know Joe. So when he invited me on to do his stuff on the Spawn channel, I actually got really excited. I thought that was a step in the right direction because every year I'm trying to, or every channel I go on, I'm really trying to get better and be more professional. Like when I first started streaming, I used to smoke pot a lot. I wouldn't do it on camera, but I would, it was very obvious. I would be very giggly. I still am, giggly, but like I would just there were certain things I would say and certain things I wouldn't say,
Mhm.
and I just kind of fine tune it as I went along.
Mm.
So yeah,
But
uh,
you're still smoking something to take the edge off a little bit.
I mean, yeah, but that's on a channel like I would do that on a channel that it would deem it like that's appropriate for that.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
like to be very picky and choosy on where I'll go to do it. I'll always talk on the shows that I go on. If I ever get invited, I will always ask the guest prior to going on, how do you run your show? What are certain things that is allowed to talk about? What are certain things not allowed? Surprisingly enough, Pops fan Zant, the guy who's watching the show, I just graduated in 2020, or when I launched my Kickstarter for Voyage the Call in 2021. I was on Facebook and everywhere just starting out streaming, being invited on shows. Postman Zant was one of the earliest guys that invited me on, and he knew he could tell you how green around the gills I was in terms of how I was being interviewed, talking about projects.
Right.
So there's a little bit of history with that.
Mm. Pop says weed is the only way I can tolerate life. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
It does
it
help
definitely
sometimes. Yeah.
it definitely takes the edge off. Um, and maybe some like if I start getting picked up around like some indie companies and whatnot, I might actually cut that out of my regiment.
Mm.
Because it just kind of shows that like some of the companies are starting to recognize my direction or the work that I do. So in order, like it's kind of like I'm still chill when I work, and I'm trying to get picked up by companies and trying to get my foot into the door.
Mm.
Um, I'll just kind of like, okay, I'll just kind of push weed on the back burner and probably will just stay away from it moving forward because it
Sure.
shows that I'm in the right direction. I don't want to let any type of distraction kind of hinder me from it.
Sure. Yes. Yes. Art Ida has a question, but I think we will save that for later on because I first like to talk to you about how this began because you obviously you draw. So did you study art? Are you self-taught? Why did you start to draw? What's the story there?
So in the beginning, I was self-taught. I mean, and by me saying that, it was not good at all. Like, everybody gets to start somewhere.
Sure.
I think the best way to answer that is I started taking art very seriously is when I turned 18. I got kicked out of the household. So I lived on my own, and I I just kind of like, what? It was a eye-opening thing where I was like, okay, time to, stop acting like a kid, just kind of grow up a little bit. What do I want to do? I love art and I love comics. So this is the direction I want to go. So I
Mhm.
started taking art seriously then, and then I started, very amateurly, started making these garbage self-published books. I
Right.
went to Boston Comic Con in 2016. There was a woman and her mother who showed up to my the booth at that time frame, and they were talking about the Joe Kubert School,
Mhm.
and they said they did a summer program. I was interested in that, and I started looking at I started looking at the curriculum. That was the school I wanted to go to. I did go there. I went there for 3 years. I
Oh, cool.
That's where I got my education to
What
be.
was what was that like? We hear things about the Kubert School, but what was it actually like?
So y- it's based on it's a two ways to answer it. You're gonna get the people who are disgruntled, or they're like, yeah, I went there. It's whatever. The place is a joke, right?
Oh.
And then it's kind of be like, okay, though, did you take that? Did you take the courses seriously? Don't get me wrong. Everybody likes to joke around and party. I'm for one am one of those kind of guys, but when it came to the workload, I got my work done. I tried to do the best I could in every assignment, and it is brutal. Like, it's a boot camp for artists. If you're trying to take this career very seriously instead of making it into a hobby,
Mhm.
um, the curriculum that they would give you is you were drawing 24/7. I remember there within my first year, just in 1 week alone, there was 3 days straight. I stayed up. I didn't sleep for 3 days straight, just
Wow.
drawing and drawing and drawing some more. And then um, I loved it. If I got the chance to do it all over again, I would. The Cupid School is definitely an experience. Anybody who is serious about trying to learn how to be a creator, a freelance illustrator, it is
Mhm.
a avenue to pursue if
Right.
that was something that they wanted to do.
Right, because that is primarily geared towards comic book art, right?
Yes, it's more focused on comic book storytelling
Mhm.
or just storytelling in general than the mere fine like life drawing like
Sure.
what do you call it, like where you put a bunch of objects on a table and you just draw from that by looking at it. No, they break down like, yes, the basics of drawing, so here we're going to amp it up a little bit. How does a ball stretch when it's in motion? Basic introduction animation kind of gets you understanding movement a little bit better. Then you start to learn how to letter digitally and traditionally. You'll also go ahead and just reading off of scripts, different types of scripts. Like the Marvel method, DC.
Mm, okay.
Like where it's more like if you're reading off of Alan Moore's script, how do you take so much information and break it down
Wow.
very simply? A lot of these types of things is certain things that was taught at that school. The biggest challenge is no matter how much you learn, you're still going to keep learning, even in your career that you're trying to obtain.
Mhm. Yeah.
So um, when I left the Cubert School, one thing I did wish that was applied, it was talked about, but was crowdfunding or trying to do make a product yourself. But I don't
Mhm.
think that they didn't. In my case, I don't think it applied to me because of the fact that I self-published my very first book while being at the Cubert School
Oh,
by being in charge of 23 other individuals and making that book.
what?
So yeah, I it was called Voyage. It was an anthology book. It was the first time my character was ever in something, and I wanted to make a book with him in it. So that was where I kind of got the start. So
So you were the driving force behind that book also?
I was that book wouldn't have been made if it wasn't for me.
Wow.
Behind the whole project,
And
I
these
was
were
behind
people
every page.
you knew through that school.
Yes, everybody that was in that school
Okay.
contributed pages to that book.
Okay.
But
That's
when I
fantastic.
left, then I started entering crowdfunding. So I did my first book I did was Voyage to the Call. I did that on Kickstarter, and I went on shows like I mentioned, Pops Van Zant. I believe Tyler Carpenter was another one.
Mhm.
I met individuals on some shows like man, there's so many like draw and chat, just a bunch.
Yeah.
Sinopa Publishing, um, Phil
Oh,
Lesser. A lot of these guys I knew
yeah.
from that long ago, and those
Mm.
guys were even time too. So I've been playing around with crowdfunding since that long. But other people's had better experiences with crowdfunding. I
Mm.
am in one of those cases that have had my ups and downs with it. But I mean, every time I do it, it's a learning experience. So it's not a perfect thing. I think the best advice that I can give to anybody who is crowdfunding is that there's no real right answer to give somebody
Mm.
on how
Right.
to do it.
What were your biggest hurdles when it comes to crowdfunding? Your biggest challenges?
Finances. In the very beginning, because I've done at least 4 campaigns or 5 times or something like that. It
Mhm.
was a repeated process, but one of the earliest ones was I have paid a lot of money to get a lot of different covers, to get certain individuals to contribute a story. Then the book fell under, it didn't fund, but I ended up with holes in my pockets because money was burned. Underestimating printing costs, taking advice from uh, getting quotes. If you're going to get a quote, if you got a quote from a company, if a company told you over the phone, like when you talk to them, yeah, printing is going to be this much, we'll do for the, we'll charge you this much.
Yeah.
Get a quote for it on email and stuff. Get that
Yes.
quote.
Yes.
Because
Get
if
it in
it's
writing.
not, yep, because then they'll backtrack. They'll backtrack and say, nope, that never happened. That screwed me big time.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
some of these lessons can be expensive, but as long as you take something from that, it might be worth the investment. It's part of the school. It's still learning.
Yes.
You have to pay for it sometimes,
Yep. But I mean, at the end of the day, anybody who backed me, even in whatever the fun campaigns that were successful, they did receive their books. That's one thing that I don't play with, is making sure that, like, no matter whatever tough hurdles I went through, that at the end of the day, the book is made no matter what, and they have their book.
Right. So if you make so do you also write your own comics?
Yes. Sorry. So
Okay.
I do write, but I am not a writer. I do need assistance, and I have an editor. With this story, with my creation, I have written it. I've had this idea for years. The last time I've launched issue 1, Voyage issue 1, 2 years ago. Funded on Kickstarter, but I absolutely did not like that book. I didn't like the way it was printed, the way it was made, everything about it I did not like. So I decided
everything
to take
about
it.
it. So
Yeah.
your own creation, basically. You didn't like what you produced.
No, because it wasn't the way I wanted it to be done. So
Oh,
it's fine. Like, I decided to take it back to the drawing table, and I rewrote everything. I have outside of the character looking the same, a lot has been changed, and honestly, for the better. So it's a reboot. It's a revitalized reboot, starting again. It's titled Mondors Rising instead of Voyage. I'm adding elements that was missing originally from the story that has been necessary to be added in to give
right.
it that punch that it was missing.
Okay. So this means there are so you have the older version. People who have that could become valuable, maybe, because
I mean,
it's
they'll
now
see the
limited,
difference.
right?
Yeah, I will never print that again.
Yes.
I don't want to be in that mindset of thinking like, oh, because I'm never printing that again, it's a washing my hands clean type of scenario that it
Sure.
makes it valuable, because it kind of sets that mindset to me as like, oh, as a collector, that's valuable, go get your hands on it. It's more of like, no, it's whatever, it's been done there. I don't want people to kind of think of that book as like, hey, this is this is what he used to be, and
Yeah.
this is. Sorry, I lost how I would have worded that. It's kind of like when Mike Mignola made Hellboy. There was like 3 incarnations of
Right.
what Hellboy looked like prior, before what everyone knows Hellboy to what he is today.
Yeah.
And that,
Sometimes a concept needs to find its form, and it could take sometimes it can take a few books before you get there. And you're not the first one who rebooted stuff within the indie scene. I know Michael Oden rebooted Elysian Fields, for instance. So there's now a brand new version of that book, also completely redrawn and everything rewritten. So this happens, but I think because we play with concepts that we love, and we're starting out, and you get better, and the better you get, the quicker you spot like mistakes and things you like to change, right? And if you want to move forward with something that's really really important to you, you want to do it right.
Yes. So for me in this case, definitely for the better, and I don't regret it, because this time, like, one of the things I didn't like about the last book is I didn't get the chance to ink over my pages. I have a certain thing way that I ink. I'm very detailed with my inks. I'm not simplistic, and I don't like and digital inks just doesn't work for my stuff. So this time around for my pages, I'm inking traditionally in my work. So that's one. That's a huge
Okay.
plus. Another one
That is
is the
that is
colors.
yeah, that is
Um,
great.
yep.
Most people move towards digital because it's easier, it's faster. Well, easier in quotes, right? But it's faster.
It is.
Um,
It's just there's certain things about like you can have a mix between traditional and digital. Like you can ink with traditional, but if you want to make some corrections, if you want to make something amplified and better, digitally add that in. Like I think what I'm gonna do for my pages, I think I'm gonna digitally add some gray tones in there. Just
oh,
to
okay.
just to kind of test it out a little bit. And I'm honestly I'm having a good time, having a fun time. I mean, just composition wise, some of my compositions are better too. Like page 3 that I'm penciling right now, the entry scene to where you see the character in all his glory. There's a 3D perspective view where it's a nice dynamic pose that he's got following to what he's dealing with. That actually is really cool. I like the way it's done. So I like it this than the prior time that I've drawn him and everyone got to see him for the first time in that
Right.
other book. And I'm like, so I mean, I'm definitely seeing the differences.
All right. Let's see. So your campaign is now in pre-launch stage on Kickstarter. People can sign up for that. I'll put the link to this in the chat right now, guys. So you can find it there, but you can also find it below this video. So Mondors Rising, Sonderon?
Yes,
Sonderon.
that's
What's
his
the
name.
what's the basic concept here?
So the book is called Mondors Rising. The story for this issue is called Sonderon.
Mhm.
And the story in itself is it's a sci-fi adventure comic with Lovecraftian cosmic horror themes to it, where it focuses on this individual named Sonderon, and he is on a quest to find these pieces of an artifact that is spread throughout the cosmos. These pieces are tied directly to this artifact that it once combined, it will stop an entity named Mondor, who's on the verge of waking up from lying dormant for so long. And once he is woken up, it's the end of the universe. There's nothing that stops him from wiping out all that we know. And the only individual that knows of its existence, that knows any shred of any origin or the purpose of the pieces itself, is Sonderon. So he is freaked out. He is suffering from PTSD because he has seen this beast, this being, this unspeakable thing. He's seen it face to face because it's aliens and sci-fi. Like he's seen it through like a telekinet, not
Telepathic?
yeah, telepathically. He's come face to face with it. So it's like us if we saw God face to face.
Wow.
Our shells couldn't comprehend that, so therefore we would be driven insane. Sonderon
Okay.
is having a hard time dealing with the pressure of what actually is coming. So he is an alcoholic. He is he drinks to numb his pain. So but by him drinking also kind of sets him a little bit off track because of the distraction it's giving him. So the issue where this book takes place is 6 months after he leaves his star system. He starts that quest, right? So 6 months of failing every place he goes to hunt for these artifacts in an Indiana Jones types of way. He keeps failing. It's not the thing he's after. So it's driving him more and more close to the bottle, basically, because it's if he can't find it, then it's the end of everything, and he's failed at the very basic thing that he is trying to find, which is these
Wow.
pieces. So it's a race against time that only he's aware about, and there's no humans in my story, although they may be involved, and that could be like way down the line, but it's nothing to something where if you're reading some old EC comic and you see the astronauts on a mission,
Mhm.
you know, space exploring, it's nothing like Resident Alien, where the alien comes to Earth and lives on Earth. No, this is Sonderon in space, um, interacting with all these different aliens. There's a lot of exaggerative backgrounds, and it's kind of a way for me to play at reality and see how creative I can get with being creative and trying to make these unreal worlds seem as real as possible.
Sure. Yeah. That's so. So it's basically a story on a cosmic scale.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Honestly, yeah, right on the nose with that statement.
Wow.
Um,
So
one
so
of
you
the
have a
things.
lot of space travel. Do you have things like teleportation? How do you?
Yep.
So right. So it's actually a story with a lot of travel from world to world.
Hmm.
Does he also collect a group of allies who believe him around him?
So for right now, the only ally, quote unquote, is his pet, which is a chimera. It's mixed between a spider and a dog. So or a spider like that. It's a dog that looks like a spider, quote unquote, but it's a mix
Okay,
between like a
creepy.
dog and a horse. So, you know, that's his ally, is his pet. They go on these adventures together, but he will obtain allies along the way. I'm
Hmm.
not going to get too much into that, but there is a lot. There is religious cults, fanatics, like zealots out there,
Wow.
dictators, conquerors, a lot of you know, bounty hunters, a lot. It's kind of like Star Wars, right, where it's got all these different elements, and it's not just
Mhm.
about the force. It's kind of like when, you know, you're on Moss Isley and you walk in that bar and there's so many different things that makes that scene beautiful, because there's just like, you know, there was vampires, werewolves, aliens, and it's just a mix of all these different genres into this sci-fi genre, and everyone loved that. So there's a lot of different individuals that will interfere with Sonderon, and
Right.
because of Sonderon's um night, I would say, I wouldn't, my wording could be wrong with this, could be naivety and how the real world works, because he's so concerned into this one thing, that
Hmm.
the real world around him, and throughout the whole universe, some of these different planets are so different from one another that instead of paying attention to how the culture there works,
Hmm.
he's going to be involved unintentionally in a lot of these scenarios. So it's trying to bring a lot of, as an artist, as a creator, you try to find your niche in comics. And what do you see for the majority when you go to the comic store, right? It is superhero dominated. But
Hmm.
there's a lot of indie books that are coming out that actually are unique, and they're kicking ass, and it's getting a lot of positive review. You
Yeah.
got Dork that just came out, you know, a
Oh
troll.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, right. You have Bleeding Hearts, which is a post-apocalyptic zombie romance type of story. First issue was really good. You have the thing on your doorstep. You have The Moon is Following Us. That was Daniel Warren Johnson's 10 issue stint. A lot of these different indie stuff in these books touches on different little things, and they're great ideas and they work. The niche that I'm hitting is different, but it's similar. I'm bringing in something in where this character that's a main character is a alien and
Hmm.
extraterrestrial. There's no humans, and he is after an artifact, which you've seen individuals in comics go after artifacts, but on a global cosmic scale that is happening in Mondors Rising, I'm doing it differently. And the origins of these pieces, where they come from, and why it's so important, lies in his past that is tied to his ancestors. So I it's a really cool, dramatic soap opera story in space.
Yeah, it sounds interesting, man. And this, by the way, this cover is really trippy. You had to be on something when you drew this, right? This is nuts, man.
I like, I like to say I was, but I wasn't. I know when I was inking it, I was.
Okay.
That's actually not the main cover. It's a promo image. The cover
Oh,
is actually getting colored by somebody else. It's not released yet. Um, it's the where's I could
I
show you the
love
main.
this, man. I love this. This is your art. This is your unique
Yep.
style, right?
Hmm.
I love your style. It's very detailed. It's I love the imagination going on here with all these different, what is it, realities? Like,
For this image, I thought that like the room that Sonderon is in is like this weird spiritual like limboistic background, and there's dimensional portals that are
right.
or that are windows that are behind him, and one of the beings that are trying to break through the window is right behind him. So I don't know. I went off of that idea and I just kind of said, screw it. Let's see how it goes.
It's fantastic. This image makes me want to read this book.
Thank
It's
you.
there's so much going on. There's a story there. I want to know the story. Um, this is a drawing by Adam Miller.
It is. It is.
Yeah, cool.
I funny enough, and like I don't know how many people are watching, so it's like in some ways it's funny because it's in some way embarrassing, but it was a tactic that I tried to do to get this image from when he was doing the Iron Age icon
Yes.
Indiegogo campaign he chose to from my comic. His work blew me away. I was like, this is exactly what I want. Like, I want
Yeah, he's really
Adam
good.
Miller to do a Sonderon trading card for that campaign and add it in the art book that he did at the time.
Yeah.
And I tried so hard promoting it on Twitter, tried voting, tried to get everybody in on it. I even went as far as I posted, I photoshopped. So I took a picture of myself naked, and
What?
where my
Okay.
crotch was, I had a piece of paper, and I photoshopped like vote for Sonderon, like or something as a banner where the piece of paper was, and I had it like right there, like, so you couldn't see anything, but you practically saw me like in all my glory except for that one part. And I sent it to Adam Miller, and I was posting it on Twitter, and I was like, "Don't forget the like, don't forget to vote for my character" as a way to kind of sell it to win that contest. And then I deleted the Twitter post afterwards because it wasn't like it was going to be up there the whole time. But Adam Miller got a kick out of it. He thought it was funny. I didn't win, but a couple years later, I hit him back up, and I was like, "All right, dude, like, listen, I saw you're available for some work. That you're out there. Which can you do a drawing, a painting for me?" So he was like, "Yeah, I'd love to do one." I was like, "Let's go!" Like, so this right here is honestly to me his best piece that I've ever seen him do. It is a beautiful composition. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful drawing. He captured my character, um, like beautifully. It's just something that it's like a digital painting of Riccardo Federici or somebody on the scale of I know it's a little bit exaggerative, but like Sergio Tappi. Like, it's just a beautiful piece of work that he done, and I can't thank him enough that he did that.
Yeah, he's very skilled, very talented, and he's also very fast. He made a lot of these images for a lot of indie creators.
Yep.
Really cool. Yeah, beautiful, man. Beautiful. Artida says, reminds me of a more colorful Ape Odyssey.
Yeah.
Oh,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
yeah, I can see that. You have a spin on Indiana Jones.
So I didn't do the art for that piece right there, or the
Mm-hmm.
narrative pages that follow right afterwards. This is a 7-page short story that
Okay.
is a good. It's let's say you don't know who Sonderon is. Even after this video that people are listening in on, they're like, I still don't know who this character is. It does not click with me. I don't know. How can I understand who this character is? And I'm like, well, I have that answer for you. There is a tier on this campaign that is an Ashcan comic. It's 7 pages. It is a very basic story where the plot is this kid, he's told to go to bed, to go to sleep. His mother's telling him, "Hey, you got school tomorrow. Go." He's trying to watch an episode of Sonderon and the Marauders of the Lost Vessel. It's a series on his planet on Earth where he's trying to catch that series, and he gets sucked into the episode of Sonderon and his adventures. So he's in the episode that he's seen 1,000 times, and he's trying to help Sonderon along the way. Like, hey, this is what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, you're gonna you're gonna kill us. So it's a fun Indiana Jonesy type of story that gives a good, strong impression of what this character is and what he's capable of. It's just a fun short story that was done by Eugene Sabrowski, who did a comic book for the Blue Oyster Group. He is published, and this was one of his early stories that I had him do that I'm now finally getting out there.
Cool, man. That's great. Yeah, this is a concept that offers a lot of potential for stories, right? So you can keep on going with all kinds of adventures.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
And these are a couple narrative pages. That was an example from that short story. So
Nice.
My goal is to give as much as I can to the people who are willing to give this a shot. Also, I want to go ahead and say on the show is that the people who have backed me in the past on the last campaign, there is a special item that I will be giving them as an extra, no charge or anything like that. It's something that I will be coming out of pocket for making for them as a thank you for sticking with me for the years that I have been doing this. Because even though I have been failing and I have been also funding, and it's kind of like a roller coaster of ups and downs, these people have been trying to help me out along the way. So those people back this campaign from prior that I will know from the list that I will give them something extra as a thank you.
Cool. That's great. Yeah, that's great. Yeah. We have to appreciate our backers, the people that stick with us. They help us make this happen. So you do commissions also. You offer these during the campaign also.
So I have 9x12 commissions that I'm going to be doing for people. I mean, people can hit me up for a 9x12 commission right now if they want to.
Sure.
I'm doing 11x17 cover commissions and just commissions in general. I am available. These will be available soft tiers for the campaign. I will also have a couple different options. There will be trading cards offered as well. There are some things I'm still have yet to add into the campaign as well. My goal is to have a kick-ass crowdfunded project. That's going to be my goal, which is why that this time I'm going into Joe Sontag's corner. Because Joe Sontag, he's a very good friend. This dude will give you the shirt off his back. He is not only very talented with his own book, Reaper the Destroyer, he understands on a business level of where things need to do, what he needs to do on a business level that he understands what I'm trying to accomplish. I've reached out to him because, and I'll say it live because I'm not ashamed by it. Where one of my biggest things is I've been doing this for about 4 or 5 years, and I still struggle with promotion. I still struggle. It's not my strong suit. Even though I stream a lot, even though I do a lot of different things, talk about a lot of different things on shows. I draw. I don't have that following. Joe Sontag has that following. He has that support, and he is more efficient at promoting things than I am. And I have went ahead and um, went to him heart to heart and explained that to him, and he understands, and
Mhm.
he's more than willing to help me out. So with his help, I do believe that this time around, I will absolutely finally hit the goal that I need to hit and get this book made at the exact professional caliber that I've always envisioned it, that I've wanted to do it the first go around. So
Yes.
I like this is something that I am not only extremely nervous about because this year, it's 2026. There's a lot of it's a big year for opportunity, but it's also a step in a very big direction that I have um, high hopes that this is actually going to get hit. I think a lot of people are going to be tuning in, backing
Yeah.
this, giving it a shot. And I think a lot of people are going to realize that this is actually a really good book and a good story. And if I hit the funds and higher, better than I expected it to, that means that I get to go ahead and use those funds for the next project, the next book. So,
Yeah.
and that's what I want to do.
Yes. Yes. No, I think this is a good move. So you can focus on making the book and doing the art, and oftentimes, as indie creators, you have to be your own marketeer. You have to do your own branding, and that can be discouraging sometimes. It can be demotivating because you have the talent to create things, but not necessarily the talent to also like sell yourself, right? So it's
Yep.
good that you got help with that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Really cool. And guys, if you're I looked up your Instagram page so people can see how good you really are. You are good, man. Wait, let me share this. This is
I
your
appreciate
Instagram
it.
page, Zackary Art, guys. Below this video is Zackary's link tree, and all the links you can find there, right? So you can follow him here. But look at this. This is crazy. This is good,
Oh
man.
yeah, that was actually one of my favorite pieces I did not that long ago. That was really cool.
I was browsing this today, and suddenly I recognized a picture. This one, I saw this on Von Coleman's book.
Hmm. Yeah, a lot of people really did say they loved that cover. There was a few cover options that he had, but a lot of people have really grown to like that cover a lot because, dude, the villains that he has for Vaughn's villains in his upcoming issues, I read the script and I was like, well, you got all these covers that are splash pagey like, pin uppy like. I'm like, dude, I want a cover that kind of, kicks you in the nuts a little bit in a '90s kind of way. And
Yeah.
I'm like, let's bring the villains in. And in the color comp that I did, where he had it lettered, where he was going to send it off to his letterer, I just said some bullshit like "Bring on the bad guys," right?
Yep.
And he actually had the "Bring on the bad guys" like on the actual cover,
The
and I
title.
was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, well, that's actually." I was like, "Hey, I was just using that as an example, but hey, I mean, it worked nevertheless, and the colors were great. I think
Yeah. It looks fantastic.
I think they flushed really well. I think he had Nick Capone color that."
It's all really cool, man. It's so good. Invincible, of course. You have a very, very unique style. It's it's fascinating to look at.
Thank you.
Really cool.
I honestly like these a lot of these drawings. I have them available for prints, but when I was on that other show, when I was doing the Diabolical Soul streaming stuff, I was doing a drawing per episode. So all those drawings were direct relation to that show as we were doing the episodes. That took me 2 weeks. I remember I penciled that a week. I
Yeah.
colored. It took me a week to pencil that. It took me a week to ink it, and then it took me 2 days to flat it.
Wow. Yeah. I can imagine. Look at that. Scott says he's doing a great job of selling himself. Not gonna lie.
Thank you, buddy.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, but sometimes that isn't enough. You have to network. You have to somehow break out of this circle that you're in, right? And
Yes.
that's the hard part. That's the hard
I mean,
part.
also too. I mean, like for me, I like to also like look good too. So I try to keep my the way I dress, the way I like, I physically look. I'm like even healthy. You know, being healthy and dressing. You know, just taking care of those basic self also kind of puts you in a good mindset
Mm,
that you know appearance is everything. So if
true.
you even on a what's it, appearance is key, or is it it's a great thing, a way to give a great first impression to people. So I also care about that as well.
Right. Yes. Yes, man. Guys, go get notified for Mondors Rising #1. The link is below this video. It's in the chat. Go sign up to this. When will you be launching, Zackary?
So I'll be launching either July or August. Those are the 2
Okay.
months. My goal is the reason why I have this sign up sheet go for quite a while
Mhm.
is because this I haven't done a sign up as long as this. So I'm trying to get as many signups as I can to convert them to being backers. And then, just promote as much as I can. I got Bancroft, Phil Diaz, they're fucking sweethearts. So they're trying to get me in on their shows near that time frame. Narwhal or Per the Vampire on Twitter,
Uh-huh.
Plaster Harris. Congratulations on your book, Narwhal. He's another guy that's going to have me on his show later on. A
Cool.
lot of these guys, they're gonna. I'm pretty much promoting anywhere and everywhere. I don't really care whose show I'm going on. I don't, and I don't mean that in the rude way. Nothing, not a jab at you. It because, like you said, promotion is key.
Uh-huh.
I want to make sure that everyone. It does like I'm not talking like being down on anybody's channel. Everybody has a great show that they put on everyone. I say it in a way where I want to promote it on anybody's show. I want to
Mhm.
spread the word wherever that door may be, because I
True.
think that the story is important enough for people to know what it is all about. And you know, I think it's just worthy of that. So
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Go where you can. You can always reach new people. So
absolutely.
Artida says Joe being willing to put his name on this is good enough for me. There you go,
Thank you,
sir.
buddy.
And Scott says, I would be proud of your art if you did any for me. And that's a high bar. Well done achieving your dreams.
I appreciate it, man. I mean, hey, if you want to hit me up for something, like definitely, I'm not opposed to doing art for anybody. I'm really not.
Yeah, yeah. Guys, you can commission Zackary, reach out to Zackary for commissions, get sign up to his pre-launch page, right? Check out his link tree. He has a YouTube channel also, Instagram, everything. So go check it all out. All right. Well, you did great, man. You did
Thank
fantastic.
you.
So don't worry
I hope
about
I
that.
didn't like talk too much because I was like, I know you were asking me a couple questions. I just kind of went, phew, like I just started gunning for the answers. Like, oh
I
yeah,
love that. I love that, man, because sometimes you have guests and they barely speak. You have to, so you make my job easier. I love that. So thank you.
hey, then I'm glad to be doing it then.
Right.
Oh, I do want to give a shout out because it's not just about me.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to Kayla Thornton. She's edited quite a few number of books. She's also
Yeah.
editing my book as well. She is working on this project. Giving a shout out to Joe Sontag for Reaper the Story #2 that he's promoting as well, and his company Superior Press that this book is going to be under. Shout out to Von Coleman because he's the writer of this book. He's also he's also worked on Phenomenova. He's promoting that stuff.
Yeah.
I am looking for a letterer for my book, so whoever I find, shout out to them, and whoever is the colorist, shout out to them. So you guys are in for a lot, and thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it.
Fantastic. Thank you, Zach, for being my guest. Thank you,
So
sir.
you're welcome, man. Anytime.
Yeah. Guys, before we close off, I have my own thing to show, which is the Perfection Collection. Add to the stage. We launched this 24 hours ago. And it's now on Kickstarter. The link is below. It's pinned in the chat. If you love superhero stuff, I'm from Europe, but I love American superheroes. That's so I want to make the book that I used to love, right? That so fantastic art. We have made 6 issues, and you can get the individual issues. Or you can get the Perfection Collection, which combines all these issues into one massive book, which is published by Critical Blast, right? So I'm working together with a fantastic artist called Paul Rodrigues. He's been with me on this book since the beginning, guys. Look at this. The quality is fantastic. And the colorist, Daniel, he's the same colorist from the beginning, the entire creative team from the beginning, guys. It's so good. And this issue wraps up a roller coaster story about a artificial assassin who wakes up in the superhero universe. She knows nothing about it, and she has to figure out who she is and what she's doing there. Meanwhile, all kinds of superpowered people want to kill her. It's nonstop action. It's really, really cool. It has like a gazillion characters in there. You get, so if you're not familiar with the JMO Comics universe, we make multiple books. We have multiple titles, but this is a perfect starting book because 10 is new to this universe, and through her you can get to learn all these characters and this world, right? Really cool. So this is the cover of the Perfection Collection, which will be at least 192 pages. We keep adding some pages with extra material like character designs and stuff like that, and some fan art. So all 6 issues in here. You will find all the covers, so all the variant covers will also be in here. We have some pages of the previous issues. So you can see that everything is the same quality. We have a fantastic letterer called Joel. It's all top-notch work. This image is inspired by a cover that Mike Deodato Jr. drew for Wonder Woman. Same poses, right? Really cool. Love it. And we have some campaign exclusive. So Paul Rodrigues is offering original art. So he will draw any character you request. It can be a mainstream character, it can be your own, it can be a Jameverse character, whatever you want. Paul will draw for you, and you will get a high-res scan, and you will get the original sent to your house, and you can use it for anything you want, right? And this perk comes together with the hardcover Perfection Collection plus a signed copy of issue 6. You get free bookmarks and some cards, and we have some reviews from people who loved the books, the series, right? So I'm just putting it in there, some reviews you can link to. We have digital editions also. I think people should always offer digital options. You know, when people want to support you, give them the opportunity in any way you can. We have a catch-up tier, digital. You get a free digital copy with every single issue you purchase of issue 6. Perfection Collection is in trade paperback or hardcover, whatever you prefer. Then we have the character commission. Plus, we are selling original art that Pau drew for promotional material or posters or other things. And one of these pieces has now been sold, so this is still available. This promo art, and this one is sold. This was the cover for the Perfection Collection. And one new book, which was the idea of the publisher Critical Blast, they suggested that we put all deleted material in a book. I have a lot of scenes that I deleted, because the story went to different ways. But some of these pages are completely done, guys. They are like completely colored and everything. So they almost made print, and they are not meant to be shown. But Critical Blast convinced me that people would love this. So 32 pages of material that isn't supposed to be published in this book, and it's hardcover. It will also be published through Critical Blast, and you can also get as add-on. We have the Perfect 10 Artist Edition. I have a copy right here. It's a very big book. Wait, let me show you guys. It's hardcover. Look at this, guys. Very big. It's this is the artist edition of Perfect 10 issue 1. So it has everything from script to layouts to lettering to everything, right? And designs. So really cool. And the Perfection Collection is even bigger than this book. So this is pretty thick. Perfection Collection is even bigger. So yeah, really cool. So you know the quality, right? You can get this also at Barnes and Noble, but you can get it here on the campaign. The link is below, guys. Please go share it out, talk about it, tell everyone about this wonderful series. All right, we move. Artida says, "Pow, it is so good. That Witchblade is great." Yeah, I know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. All right, Zackary, thank you again. And good luck, sir, with your pre-launch page and your launch and everything surrounding that. Good luck, man.
No, I really do appreciate it. Thank you. I'm actually going to be back in your campaign once I get off of this. Like, that was really good. That campaign was dope.
Thank you so much. And special thanks to the chat, to everyone who showed up in the chat for your feedback and your questions and your likes. So if you liked this conversation, please give it a like. If you didn't like the conversation, give it a dislike. And I'm very sorry. I'll be back. Well, next week is my regular show. This show, maybe I will stream a bit more now because I have a live campaign going on. So for updates or stuff like that, we'll see, right? But Sunday is my regular show, so I hope to see you guys then. Artida says campaign artist edition has extra pages. Yes, this is true. This is true. You have the version that you can buy through the stores. That's a black version, and you have the white version you can only get through campaigns. It has a few more extra pages, something extra for the backers, right? All right, guys. Thank you all, and have a fantastic day, and see you next week. Bye, guys.
Peace.